Firefighters were dispatched to a school bus accident involving a head-on collision with a burning garbage truck.
And suddenly, boom! The piston blew and went right through the side of the school bus.
Upon arrival, Lieutenant Casey boarded the bus and found two boys trapped inside. One of the boys, Luca, had a steel rod piercing through his clavicle, pinning him to his seat. The other boy was also trapped but seemed to be in better condition. After examining Luca, paramedic Dawson noted that his clavicle was broken and the steel rod was deeply embedded. She warned that moving it carelessly could cause life-threatening injuries. At that moment, the second boy struggled to breathe, so the team prioritized his rescue.
You need to do this, Gabby.
Throughout, Dawson reassured Luca, telling him to stay brave and to hold her hand. Once they successfully freed the second boy, the team turned their full attention to Luca. The firefighters carefully cut the steel rod, freed him, and secured him onto a stretcher before transporting him to the ambulance. Firefighters were dispatched to a large house party where a man-named Character had become trapped on a utility pole. It seemed that during the party, likely due to some reckless behavior, the man had climbed the pole and gotten stuck. The situation was immediately hazardous, as the man was not only at risk of falling but also dangerously close to live electrical wires. The firefighters quickly assessed the situation.
Cap, call it and have him shut off the power immediately.
And used a ladder to reach the man safely. They carefully secured him and brought him down, avoiding both a fall and the threat of electrocution. After the rescue, crews noticed that the homeowner was Travis Brenner.
He's got like 1 million Instagram followers. He's always got a party going.
Severide and Travis exchanged a handshake, and Travis extended an invitation for Severide and the team to return anytime.
Hey, fellas, let's load back up, okay?
The paramedics were called to respond to a stabbing incident. Upon arriving, they found themselves in a dangerous and tense neighborhood where emotions were running high. The victim, Corey, had been severely stabbed and was in critical condition. As they worked to stabilize him,
It's deep, but lung sunk low. Abdominal pads, need to stop the bleeding.
the situation around them became increasingly perilous, with only one police officer struggling to hold back a hostile gang. Amidst the chaos, Corey's condition worsened, and he began to crash, making the rescue even more difficult. Just then, Detective Antonio arrived at the scene,
Let them do their job.
bringing some order to the escalating situation. Inside the ambulance, Antonio revealed that Corey was a good kid and one of his informants. At that moment, Corey's heart rate spiked, and he had lost a significant amount of blood. When Brett prepared a 14-gauge needle, Corey screamed in fear.
Hey, listen. Do you want to die? Quit jerking around.
The paramedics were able to stabilize him in the end. The man broke the roadside water pipe with one hammer blow. He immediately called municipal services. This caused the armored truck passing by to change its route. The robbers fired shots, signaling their attempt to force the truck to stop. They apparently underestimated the driver because he just kept driving. He was going to ram them, and confident in the truck's bulletproof glass. But they used a special gun to shoot through his bulletproof windshield. The armored truck rolled several times down the road. Luckily, the security guard in the passenger seat had already called 911. Time was not on the robbers' side, and they didn't have enough time to cut through the thick armor of the truck. However, as flames engulfed the truck, the firefighters faced a difficult situation. The door had been damaged in the crash, and they had to rescue the man before he suffocated. By observing the blood splatter on the window, Paul realized there must be a bullet hole, but the bullet was so powerful that the glass showed no signs of shattering. The team had to feel around carefully. Finally, the bullet hole was found. Two firefighters immediately began smashing the window. Though bulletproof glass wasn't completely bulletproof, it was surprisingly resistant to blunt force. Even after breaking, it still held strong. At the critical moment,
Clear out!
the battering ram proved effective against the glass. The team used a metal hook and rope to successfully open the window. The driver's injuries were too severe, and he was clearly beyond saving. The security guard had also stopped breathing due to heavy smoke inhalation. Fortunately, paramedic Tommy was experienced. She used a small knife to cut a small incision on his throat, locating the trachea. As smoke billowed from the tube, the man finally resumed normal breathing. The captain handed the scene over to the arriving ranger. Finding the robbers was now the ranger's job. Carlos figured out that the thieves were creating road accidents to divert the armored trucks. They always called it into 311. The dispatcher pulled up those calls for Carlos. All the calls had been made from a burner phone. It was the same voice on each of the calls. Carlos worked with a fellow ranger to identify the accent in the calls. They narrowed down the pool of over 300 servicemen to 6 suspects, but their boss wanted to play it safe. He didn't want to arrest the suspects without concrete evidence. Instead, they set a trap for the thieves. They waited for the next emergency call. Then they used a fake armored truck to gather the thieves in one place. No one was harmed, and the thieves were finally arrested.
Hey, hi. We got a call about a fight next door. You hear anything out of the ordinary today?
I called. I just don't know what to do anymore. That kid, he's always flying off the handle at something.
What kid?
Our son. Look, some days he's fine. You know, he even helped me unload my truck once. Last week, he pointed his gun at my dog. I really think he would have shot him or me. He's dangerous.
You okay, Theo?
That's not fair. You don't know what you're talking about, Mom.
There's no jobs. Of course he's angry.
It's okay to be angry. It's not okay to be violent. The bruises, I know that they're
I
from...
told you they are from dialysis.
Dialysis does not leave fingerprints.
Because you're a psycho.
Shots fired.
Oh, hey, put the gun down.
Control your son. My mother's sick. She needs to sleep, man.
Put the gun down.
All right.
What's going on? You're just leaving?
Said the dog tried to attack him, so he fired the gun into the ground to scare it off.
That dog looks pretty scary.
There's nobody else in here. Why is this window open? Oh, no. Chief! I think somebody was ejected.
The girl could have fallen out wherever the bus first lost control. We are gonna shut down the road.
Be my guest, but I can't close this road.
You do realize you have a girl that is unaccounted for.
Yes, I do.
I have an open emergency exit. Somebody was ejected. I'm shutting down this road.
I can't let you do that.
Go ahead, Cruz.
This is my scene, Chief. Are you really gonna make me arrest you?
You know what? You're just gonna have to do what the hell you need to do. Really?
You picked the wrong cop to piss off.
Oh, I haven't even started on you. Seeing this?
Yes, I am, Chief.
I got her! We need a bag for it. Half a black bag.
Officer Woodall, is this really the hill you want to die on?
Hey, no harm, no foul.
I had him up in the chair, and my foot hit the lever, and the chair slipped. Come on.
Oh, and he cut off my damn ear.
Let me see.
Oh.
You guys got any ice here?
In the back.
You telling me you could take that man's ear and fix it back on his head?
We are gonna give it a fighting chance. Okay. Can you walk?
What?
Can you walk?
I can walk. He hasn't cut my legs off. At least not yet.
Who's next?
How'd you get that cheeseburger, Chad?
Delivery app.
It looks like you haven't been following your diet.
Have you been taking your insulin?
I don't want to lecture, Nick.
Severe gangrene.
The toe's already dead. I just touched it.
He broke my toe. Chad, buddy, we are amputating the whole foot. You knew this was coming. Devin?
What do you think they got for dessert?
So they let you keep the foot.
Not ready to part with them.
Well, I hope you like pepperoni.
Not with pineapple.
All right. Give it to the nurses then.
You leave with that pizza, and I'll put one of your feet in a jar. Grab a slice, doctor.